A battle over a school building on the Upper West Side is frustrating parents and teachers on both sides of the issue.
Yes, so two schools have shared space at PS 145 for more than a decade. But now the students and staff at West Prep Academy say that they're being pushed out and they're not going down without a fight. We're joined this morning by West Prep PTA President Tyee Ellis, and she's here with a parent, Naveen Pogala. His child attends West Prep. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
So can you explain, this is just more than being pushed out of the building. What's at stake here for students and staff?
There is a population of over 42% that are special needs. Some of those students are on the autism spectrum. They are neurodivergent. They have a load of resources at their current school building, an inclusive playground that was built specifically for the students at West Prep, a garden, a separate auditorium and gym, and that is being taken away from us if we are moved to a building that's 127 years old. And so, you know, the parents are frustrated as well as the administration and the teachers, and we want to make sure that they have a space that's equitable, intimate, safe for our students, because we do not want another Avante Aquino situation because of the autism children. They are sometimes wanderers, and we want to make sure that we go to a building that's safe, equitable, and accessible for all of our children.
So the education officials who have made this decision to move the school say that they're going to upgrade this new building that the school is being moved to. What do you think of that? I mean, do you believe it? And is that enough for you?
I think they're claiming that they can get a building renovated in 2 months,
time, yeah.
right? Like, this is the New York City Department of Education. Come on, people. I mean, like, really, is that really? I think we know from the history of the DOE that, you know, renovations take a long time. I mean, even the building that we're at right now, it took them, like, my kid started pre-K there, right? And it took until he was like in the 4th or 5th grade until they finished renovating the air conditioning system, right?
Wow.
And it takes a long time. My wife is a public school teacher. They've been doing renovations on a stairwell up in the Bronx for like 4 years.
Well, what are your concerns then as a parent for
well, my
your
concern
child in
is that,
particular?
Yeah, my child is a 7th grader. He's in the Autism Spectrum Nest program, and so he's academically quite strong, but social skills and, you know, impulse control are an issue with him and other kids in his group. And so the school, the building they want to move us to, as Tyee pointed out, is like 127 years old. It's got like a lot of narrow hallways. It's like a maze, right? Lots of places. These are middle school kids, for both autistic middle school kids and regular middle school kids, right? They don't always follow rules, right?
Yeah, right.
You know, there's a lot of places for them to hide and sort of like play hooky, right? And all of that sort of stuff. The current building, you know, has nice wide hallways. Everything is really well monitored, you know, and it's much safer for that for sure, and less places for, you know, kids to, like, you know, to do
And I
stupid
just want
stuff.
to expound on that. So yes, the DOE has proposed to renovate the building, but, you know, we as parents, we're fighting for additional things in terms of safety, equitable, and accessible. All of the classrooms would start on the 3rd floor, and we asked for something to be done on the 1st or the 2nd floor, and they haven't shown us renderings for that. There is also fire escapes on some of the classrooms, which would limit the ability to have proper instruction in those classrooms because we don't know how they're going to ensure the safety of the children. And Dan Weisberg has told us to use those for non-instructional spaces, and if that's the case, we will have the same amount of space and the same amount of classrooms that we have in the current building. So we aren't accepting of that, and when we met with the chancellor, he still hasn't had an option to rectify those situations. So we fight for those things.
Another issue is that, you know, there's no, like, in our current building, there's a gym, right, and there's an auditorium. They're two separate things, right? And so there's a basketball team, like kids, you know, like they're getting the middle school experience, right? Now you have, and there's also a band, and so that practices in the auditorium. So you can have, you know, these normal middle school activities. But now it's all in one room, right?
Right.
You can't. That basically would destroy those,
Changes the experience.
That changes the experience, destroys those programs. Also, there's a science lab that was built at West Prep at the current location, right? the DOE is going to get a science lab built in this 127-year-old building in like 2 months?
Yeah.
Really?
Really quickly, I understand that you're up against it with the DOE, but also there's a rift between the other school and your school currently that's co-housed in the building. Can you just elaborate very quickly on that? We're running out of time.
So I visit the school unannounced on a regular basis, and that tension that was talked about in October of 2023 is not really in existence. The schools are adequately able to co-locate in the building, but the narrative has been told that it's a toxic environment, but that's not really the case. It's just that some teachers and some people are afraid to go against the status quo to be able to voice that because they fear that they might lose their job, to be able to really state that West Prep and PS 145 teachers can co-locate in a building.
And of course, a lot of students from PS 145 go to West Prep because they live in that neighborhood, right? And they might have siblings. They go to West Prep or PS 145, right?
Well, we appreciate both of you coming in to express your concerns and to share your story with us. And we hope that there is a fair and equitable resolution for all of you.
We do too.
Thank you very much.